Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you will be fine and enjoying good health. So, let me talk about the today's topic is non-verbal communication and its types. Now, we are talking about communications type in individual. Number one was the oral communication. Second was the written communication, and now we are talking about the third major category, that is non-verbal communication. So today's topic having the different subtopics: introduction, definition, significance, and types of the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication refers to the silent mode of communication. Why it is known as a silent mode? Because there are words and sentences are absent. There is no need to use any selection of words. There is no need to use any topic. There is no need to use paper pen to note down anything. Then how we communicate? If we do not need anything, that how we communicate. Yes, in the third bullet it is written that non-verbal communication is stimulation of mind through visual imagery. Mean words and sentences there is no need to use, and paper pen there is no need to use anything, there is no need to write down anything. Here we need only our feelings and our emotions and our thinking. We react according to the situation, as per our emotions, as per our thinking, and this is actually comes in the category of non-verbal communication, that how we react according to the given scenario. It works as a catalyst in the process of communication. Catalyst means something that may be the faster procedure, and it may be the slow down the procedure. If your body language is working according to the positive situation, according to the situation positively, it maybe works as a catalyst. Catalyst is very much important in this process because we can easily judge and we can easily evaluate someone's body language. How it is an important tool? Yes, because it involves our gestures, our postures, our eye contact, our facial expressions. These are all come in the category of body language. Next, there we use the signs, symbols, objects also, and there are different symbols identify the different situations, different objects. Sign language is also used. Yes, there are some rules in the classroom that shows that your body language is working or not. Be respectful, be responsible, follow the direction, be punctual, be organized, be a self-starter, be prepared. Yes, these are all the very good tips to show your attentive body language. There are some visual and some symbols in front of you that we use through our fingers. Perfect, thumbs up, stop, and the fig. It means that these are the different symbols we use. Yes, there are three different definitions in front of you that you may use. First one is the transmission of message by some medium other than speech or writing. That we have already discussed that there is no need to speak and there is no need to write anything. So how we communicate mean transmission of message by any other medium. It may be sound, it may be symbol, it may be any visual, and it may be your own body language, it may be your head movement, may be your hand movement. So many other elements that we can use. It refers to the transfer of meaning by body language that we also discussed, the time, tones, and also comes in this category. It works as a supplement language. Supplement language means that is something very extra, but it is important. But without this language, communication is meaningless. Yes, if you read some paper, if you write something, there is need to react according to that situation. So supplement is important. Significance mean the importance of this one. Don't watch a person's mouth but his face. So here we can say that there's no need to judge the words, to judge the topic, to judge the thinking, but here we have to judge the behavior and action and attitude of that person, that is actually according to the situation or not. So next one it is now important for all the particular in professions that body language, non-verbal communication is an important part. Why it is important part and how it is important part? Because there are so many people we meet in our daily life. We cannot talk to all the other person, we cannot reach the other person, but how can we evaluate that we have to talk with this one and this person maybe give us a good behavior, good response. Actually, this is all about the non-verbal language. We judge, we analyze through dress, through their costume, through their attitude, through their tone, through their posture of sitting and standing. We can easily judge that this person is able to talk in a positive way, in a good way, or in a suitable way. Yes, the Professor Albert, according to his research, it is given uh, in his research that 93% is non-verbal communication plays part in our daily communication, whereas only the 7% weightage goes to the verbal communication. And please keep in your mind that verbal communication means both written and oral. Okay, now we will discuss the types. There are three major types of non-verbal. First one is the conscious, next subliminal, and third one is the major one, voluntary and involuntary. Conscious, subliminal, and voluntary, these are interconnected and there is a marginal difference among these three. Conscious means winking of eye. Winking of eye mean that this is not in our own hand that we have to wink our eye. Practice police gestures, it may be according to the conscious. And next one is subliminal, mean that it affects our mind without our knowledge. Conscious is, you may say that we can have some control. Uh, as we say, the winking of eye, definitely we cannot control, but sometimes, in some cases, people can control their eye. So we may say that it may be controllable action. And second one, subliminal means that uh, here it is written the police uniform. We do not bother uh, consciously that this is a police uniform, but actually we know that this is a police uniform or guard uniform or doctor or nurse or any other. So it affects our mind without our knowledge. Mean actually it is given in or in information that this is uniform, and therefore we do not bother consciously. So it is called the subliminal. Voluntary and involuntary. So here you may say that a scratching the back of your head while telling a lie. This is voluntarily or involuntarily, please. Yes, it. Yes, definitely this is involuntary. Okay, next one. Now discuss the categories. As we discussed that there are three major types: subliminal. We discussed the conscious, and then we discussed the voluntarily and in voluntary and involuntary. It comes in the same category. So we will say that the three major types. Categories. There are different categories: signs, symbols, punctuation marks, colors, graphs, tones, and all these comes in the categories of body language. Okay, ji. Now there are different categories of the human body language that is known as a kinaxis. There are six in number: emblem, regulator, adopter, oculixis, haptic, and proxemics. These are the categories of body language. As we discussed earlier, there are three: subliminal, voluntarily, involuntarily, and conscious. These are the non-verbal communication. Okay, emblem mean the movement of hand movement. Regulator mean head movement. Adopter mean your posture change. Oculexis mean your study of eye contact. Haptic means study of touch. And proxemics mean the study of space distancing. So these are the major six categories. So these are the different categories, different types, and different views we discuss about the non-verbal language. So dear students, thank you. Hope this will be helpful for you, and you will take benefit from this one. Okay, thank you.